know if police, I'm sure that they've obtained her medical records, but from the press conference and from this initial interview with Carly when she got home, the officer said that she had a small injury to her lip, and she stated that her head hurt. Other things that were kind of odd is that she had $107 in cash that was stuffed in her right sock. Okay. So it sounds like what everyone else thought was going to happen, you know. She was abducted by human traffickers that lured her in with a toddler, and maybe they were amateurs. Or maybe they didn't realize that this would cause such a national uproar, so they freaked out and let her go. Or they let her escape somehow. Well, during the press conference, the chief of Hoover Police revealed they went through Carly's phone. Secret Service was actually involved in the analysis of Carly's phone because it was left in grass, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Carly made... Yeah, but that Secret Service was involved?
Yeah, and her phone was working and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Carly made a lot of questionable internet searches. July 11th, 2 days before she went missing, she searched, "Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?" July 13th, the day she went missing, she searched, "How to take money from a register without being caught." Birmingham bus station. One-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville, departure date July 13th. And lastly, the one that the internet has been up in arms about, the movie Taken. Yeah, okay.
Wow.
It's a classic, but maybe if you guys are international listeners, the movie Taken, it's the I'll find you, that one, yeah. It's about a 17-year-old girl that gets kidnapped in Paris, and her father is like an ex-CIA agent who does everything to find her. He does, and he exposes a huge, like, human trafficking market for the elite in the process. So, there were other searches too, computer searches that were made at Carly's place of work. They said things like maximum age for an Amber Alert. Police said that there were other searches on Carly's phone that quote, shed light on her mindset. But because of respect for her privacy, the police have not released those statements, or those searches.
Wow.
There's more. As for the night that she went missing, we get a few more details from law enforcement. So she left work like we mentioned. CCTV cameras showed that she took a dark-colored robe from her workplace. It's kind of insinuated that she stole it, so I don't know. She took toilet paper and other items belonging to the business when she left. She ordered the Mediterranean food, picked it up, and then she went to Target like we said, and we get a more precise description of what she bought. She bought granola bars and Cheez-Its. She stayed in the parking lot for a minute before heading back to drive home. She was on the phone with people she knew until she hung up to call the police about the child. Now, most of this we already knew, but the alarming thing that comes out is her purse and the Mediterranean food was found in her car, her wig and her phone were found in the grass outside of the car, but the robe, the toilet paper roll that she took from work, amongst other things, and the granola bars and Cheez-Its from Target were not in her car.
What if she ate it?
No wrappers were in her car. So it's...
Okay, she never had the opportunity to trash those things.
Exactly, yeah. So
she still had it on her, is what? Okay.
And if you're being kidnapped, I don't know if your kidnapper is like, hold on, grab your Cheez-It.
But he got a strap on him.
It's like a medical spa, so I'm thinking maybe it's like one of those bathrobes that they put on before they like massage you.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. They were not in the car, they were not anywhere near the car. So, people thought that was really odd. Like, if you're getting kidnapped, typically the kidnapper is not like, let me rifle through your car first.
No, for reals.
And if they would, why wouldn't they take your valuables, like your cash, your wallet, versus granola bars?
Right.
It sounds...
But why would someone do this, though, I guess?
To a lot of people, their speculation is that she planned the kidnapping and she needed food. She needed toilet paper, maybe a change of clothes.
So long, right?
Okay, so there is why out there, and I'm not actually going to go into it because it's really crazy. I've seen some crazy whys out there that it's speculating that she wanted to make her boyfriend jealous, that she wanted her boyfriend to be concerned about her, that she was flunking out of nursing school, that her parents were too strict. Like, I don't know, there's so many speculations, and none of them have been verified because it's all people being like, oh, I know them, or I know a friend who knows them. And this is what they said, right? So we don't know if these people are making up lies for attention. We don't know. But I can only imagine when it comes out, it'll just be weird. Yeah. Another thing is, police released in the press conference, like I said, that she drove 600 yards after she told 911 that she was going to follow the child until police got there. And they're saying a barefoot kid, a 3-year-old, running the length of 6 football fields in the wooded area, not even flat terrain. Skeptical, you know? Now, police also stated that they asked for a second interview, and Carly has since declined. Her parents have stated that she is not in the right mental or physical space because of the trauma. Authorities stated that they have no reports of toxicology reports, whether they ordered one or not, I'm not sure. They also stated that they at least have no knowledge of any mental illness history. And I think before this press conference, myself included, I was like, wait, okay, let's hold off on making any assumptions. Just because something is unlikely or crazy doesn't make it untrue. But the press conference so far has shed kind of a damning light on the situation. And add to that, even before the press conference, there were a lot of people that were already doubting what happened to her, or at least doubting that this was a human trafficking scheme. A few huge names that have dedicated much of their time to ending human trafficking have come forward to talk about the case. Some more directly than others, but the end message is pretty much, it's not impossible, but it's highly unlikely. Many activists stated that the idea that human traffickers would use a baby to lure unsuspecting helpful women to be trafficked just isn't practical. They said the sad part about human trafficking that most people don't want to come to terms with is it's done by people you know. That new person that you started dating, your family member, your friend, they will lure you to be human trafficked since they already have that established foundation of trust. It would cause too much.
Please don't traffic me, babe.
Much of a scene to kidnap someone for human trafficking, especially someone that, unfortunately, it's maybe the kidnappings for human trafficking are more common in different parts of the world or in different communities of potentially sex workers could be huge victims, runaway teens are huge victims, but when you're talking about a 25-year-old established woman who is driving a red Mercedes, it's too much attention. At the end of the day, human traffickers have a business, quote. They're evil business, right? And they like to protect their, quote, business. So they're not going to take that big of a risk unless they have to. I mean, leaving her car there on the highway with her wig and phone left behind, that's a huge risk. It's not even she's 25, maybe she didn't want to be home anymore. It's clear there was foul play. Nobody would look at that and say, she's an adult, she just wanted to do her thing. So a lot of these activists said, it just isn't in tune with what we've been dealing with. And the CEO of the National Children's Alliance stated, not about this case in particular, but in general, we want to believe that people trafficking children are unknown, nefarious, shadowy creatures. It makes us uncomfortable to think that some of these things could happen in our own communities, in our own schools, with people who you know. Sabrina Thulander, communications director of Polaris, the nonprofit that runs the National Human Trafficking Hotline, said, as far as we are aware, this is not a tactic that traffickers use. She said that if this is true, if the traffickers use a baby to lure a victim, it would be contrary to how traffickers almost always operate in the United States. She continued, abduction is not completely unheard of, but it is very. So if it's not human trafficking, which with the new press conference, I don't know where you stand, but let's try to entertain something did happen to her, right? Some people thought maybe it wasn't a random abduction by a stranger, maybe it was someone that she knew that followed her, or maybe someone at work that roofied her and she hallucinated into thinking that she saw a child. They followed her home and thought this is the perfect opportunity. The theory has a hiccup when CCTV cameras showed no other car pulling up, and the police said that they tracked her from her workplace to the highway, and there's no evidence that she was being followed by any vehicles. So, again, I think with the Google searches, both theories are pretty hard to entertain right now. So the next two theories would be more on par, which is, did Carly have a psychological breakdown? Maybe there were things going on in her life, or she had a mental condition that we, and maybe even she herself was not aware of, that led her to hallucinate, black out, or go into a full state of psychosis. Maybe she fully believes her version of events, And again, legally clarifying, I'm not saying her version of events isn't true, but maybe she believes everything to be true. We don't know, right? We don't know. We don't know, and I think we'll find out, but as of right now, we don't know. There's a different variation of this theory, though. Is this just a hoax? Did she plan it? Is this another Sherry Papini? Her name has been coming up a lot, and for context, we've talked about her before on this pod, and we're going to link it in the description, but Sherry Papini was a mom of 2. She was the wife to Keith Papini
What's up, LJ?
California.
You good?
She went for a run and vanished. Authorities found her phone with the headphones wrapped around it
Good.
on her running trail and like a big chunk of her hair on the ground. She went missing for weeks, and the whole nation was looking for her. They were like, oh my god, this poor mother, this poor wife, we were praying for her, we were grieving for her and her poor family, and then she makes back alive. And people are like thanking the Lord.
Yeah, bro, I remember everybody, bro.
You know?
I remember everybody.
The world that she was being held captive by 2 Hispanic
You know what I'm saying?
women
We don't
that
forget
were
the sound.
honestly racist stereotypes of Hispanic women. Turned out to be a lie. She was staying with an ex-boyfriend. She had planned her whole disappearance and, quote, reappeared on the side of the road.
I missed that. It's crazy.
Sentenced to 18 months in federal prison and required to pay more than $300,000 in restitution. I will say, though, Sherry's story is, look, whether it connects to this case or not, it was insane. Like, balls to the walls, marbles gone out the door. Sherry actually branded herself literally with a hot
miss, choke.
verse on her shoulder. She had bruises all over her body. Her nose was broken. She did it to herself.
Appreciate it, broski. Hey, anytime you come, bro, you know you always
Her
welcome.
weight was like 87 pounds when she was released from her captors. Quote. So she really worked to sell the story that she had been kidnapped and abused.
Trying to get this bill right. He
years.
ain't ready yet, but we good.
So if it's not psychosis or some other sort of somewhat explainable mental health condition, a lot of people believe that Carly might have faked her disappearance for whatever reason. Whether it's like Sherry, in the sense that Sherry just really didn't want to deal with her problems anymore. Just like,
Yeah, he's a shooter. He can shoot. Oh, he missed.
Or some people think that Carly wanted attention. Some people think that Carly wanted attention not from the nation. She probably didn't think it was going to get this big.
Okay.
That's the theory we're running with.
Ain't let me get that.
So when she was searching like about Amber,
So we gotta.
she's trying, like the Google search is.
I guess the speculation with those Google searches, and this is pure speculation, we have truly no idea what she was thinking, is she's trying to see if she would qualify for an Amber Alert, and people think that she doesn't want to qualify for an Amber Alert.
I'm missing that?
I think
Against a point guard is crazy.
This is the theory we're entertaining. This is alleged.
I mean, there's only 2 things, right? Either she qualifies or she doesn't qualify
Yeah.
when she searches.
Mm-hmm.
So either she wants the attention from as Amber Alert, or she doesn't want the attention as Amber Alert. Right? Either or.
Yeah, I think.
All right, y'all. Let me focus up. Let me get my stamina back. Let me get my stamina back. We finna work on.
See, I don't want to say she faked
We finna work on.
I don't want to believe she faked it. Well,
I can't see on that side of the court, man. That should have been mine.
If it was a mental breakdown, I hope she gets the help that she needs, and I hope that the public is very soft with their reception, because mental health is a serious issue. But if she faked it for something that wasn't like a full-blown psychosis, it's really not well thought out at all. Like, if you're gonna leave your door like that, if you're gonna say that there's a child on the side of the highway, and you're gonna think to yourself that
I know how to play this.
isn't gonna.
I know how to play this. We're gonna win this game.
Yeah, but I will say that there.
I don't know how I'm not finishing these ducks, bro. I don't know if I gotta get mine.
Or some people
What I
have
gotta
gone off
do?
the deep end on this theory. People were saying that they knew that she was lying about this whole thing because she said that the boy on the side of the road
Yeah,
was
she
like
that.
3 or 4 years old. Which I know what you're thinking. What does that even mean? But people were referencing a man named Trish, who is often
I think this
interviewed
is a
as an
girl,
expert
fam.
of sorts for crime shows, and I just thought this was
think I'm getting my ass
interesting,
whooped by a
and I'm not trying
girl.
to make this like a valid point, but he said
Bro,
he is the liar's number. He said
Yeah, I'm
he
missing
doesn't
too
really know
much.
why. But after all of his investigative work, if anyone gives him the
Got
number,
one move.
So 3 men attacked me. It
Yep,
was
I'm there.
3 p.m. They stole $300. He said he always does a double.
I think I'm getting beat by a girl right
He doesn't say
now.
that they're lying, but he just pays
What's
extra
that?
attention to the rest of their details. Which I just thought was kind of, what? I didn't even know, right? So, I don't know. if it turns out she's lying, I think it would just really, really suck. I mean, not just the fact that she lied, but the fact that a lot of not so great people will use this
Gotta take
as
his
some sort of
raps.
argument to not care about missing women and
We just warming
particularly
up the
missing
game.
women of color. I also
8 to
can't
17 is kinda
imagine
crazy, though.
If it is proven that she lied, what Anaya's mother would feel if this turned out to be fake. The police were asked during
That
the
was
press
open.
conference if they were thinking of pressing charges against Carly Russell, and they stated that they were
Let 'em
focusing
phase,
first
Donnie.
on the 49 unaccounted hours. They haven't even discussed pressing charges, but the energy that is being given by news media and
4 point he
everything,
won.
it seems like if it turns out to be a hoax, charges will be pressed.
Little boy. I don't know why I haven't been making him the whole game.
There's been a concern in the community that if this turns out not to be a true story, that the next woman, a young woman of color, goes missing, it wouldn't be taken seriously. How do you respond to that? The chief of police said, I would say that we investigate every crime to the fullest, just like we have this one. And regardless of the results of this investigation, I say we hold them to that. And again, this is just the information we have right now, and yeah, it doesn't appear to be looking good for Carly. But even if we
Bro, I cannot make a shot, fam.
never say never.
Am I in a slump?
So again, legally, I'm not saying Carly lied. I'm not saying this is a hoax. But these are just the facts we have right now and how netizens have responded to said
Made that.
information. So on that note, I'd like to end this pod with a note. There is a website called Our Black Girls, run by journalist and activist Erica Marie Rivers. The website focuses on often untold stories of black girls and women who have gone missing or were found dead under very suspicious, mysterious circumstances. She writes about black girls and women who don't get space on the front pages, like Carly Russell did, or on social media when they disappeared. And she ends every single article the same way, which is she is our sister and her life
Yeah, I need
matters.
to lock in, bro.
Regardless of what
Man,
this
just getting-
investigation will unravel with Carly Russell, and whether it was faked or not, and whether or not she will face charges, I hope this opens up a conversation of how little press coverage typically missing people of color get in the media. Because yes, Carly's case got national attention, but there's so many missing black women who get no attention. And yes, Carly's case is pretty shady and controversial right now, but she has absolutely nothing to do with the next black girl or woman that goes missing. And we should just be as passionate about finding the next one as we were about finding Carly Russell. So with that being said, please stay safe, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys on Sunday for the mini-sode. Bye.
Hi.
Hey, also, I just downloaded the Tier app because I wanted to check my FICO score. But that's so much more. This thing shows you your FICO score, you can get your credit card recommendations, and it shows you ways to save money.
You gotta do your whole hair, just little streaks.
Well, I'm doing my whole hair. I'm just not doing my.
It's electric. It's gas.
Quite the paradox.
It really is both. The first ever Lexus RX plug-in hybrid.
Bada bing, bada bing.
Welcome to this
Ooh,
week's
that was real weird.
Okay, go again.
Bada bing, bada bam.
No,
Bada bing, bada bam.
bada bing, bada bam.
Bada bing, bada bam.
Welcome to this week's Bacon a Mystery episode. I'm your host, Stephanie Sue, and let's jump right into it. Today we're talking about a book called One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. This was turned into a show that you can actually stream on Peacock. I will be honest with you, I haven't watched the show yet. I've only read the book, so we're talking about the book today. This has been a highly requested book.
He's a
It is
shooter, too.
considered of the YA genre, a thriller, but I am
What's YA?
more of like a young. So it's not gonna feel. This all takes place in the detention room of a high school. Okay, I haven't been in like a high school classroom in close to a decade, but here we are, just talking about it. So let's get started. If you guys are watching the visuals here on YouTube at Miss Mango
Way
Bun,
too early.
I am making some banana and marshmallow toast. As you can tell, the more
gonna
intense
shoot
the
that
subject, the more intense the story, the more plain the food is. I am trying to
Yeah,
make these
sure.
a weekly thing, so, you know, let's just appreciate make the bimbo bread. It's literally called bimbo bread. So I'm going to take out a couple pieces of this bread while I introduce you to the 5 kids in detention. So it all starts in the detention classroom at Bayview High School.
Hey,
Now, this
come on,
is a
buddy.
Monday, and there's 5 students in there. The chemistry teacher had decided that he was going to check every single backpack of every single student, and whoever had their phone in class, just in their backpack, detention. So 5 of them end up there, and one of them just kind of stakes out like a sore thumb. One of them, you're like, wait a minute, why did this person get into detention? Have you ever even been in detention? That's what you want to say to them. So let me introduce you to the cast of characters. First, we have Mr. Nate. Now, this kid is bad. He's a detention.
His name is Mr. Nate.
No, his name is Nate. Okay, his name is Nate, and this kid, he's bad to the bone. It's alleged that he has a DUI already. He's just in high school. It's alleged that he's the Bayview drug dealer. Like, this guy knows detention like he knows the back of his hand. He's there nonstop. He's probably in detention more than he is in his regular classes.
I don't even want to dunk on, bro.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel on Where
shoot.
It Flows. My name is Stephanie, and today
That's all you
we're
wanna
back
do.
with another dun-dun. Woo! I'm so excited because we have a
all you
Pringles
wanna
hat
do.
that I actually haven't seen online, except
This side. Not good enough though.
July 15th, 2023, Hoover. Yeah.
What about the rest?
Oh, the rest. Okay, so there were 14 arrested initially. 2 of them got life in prison, but these numbers just kept multiplying. More and more arrests were made, and as far as we know, it's speculated by citizens that at least 25 people were involved. 25 different criminals, and most of them got off really easy. Like, they all got off on charges of, like, sodomy and criminal threats, assaults.
Wow. So no justice. Nobody even cared about these victims.
Yeah. I mean, all of the people, but it didn't seem like the court did. What's even more crazy is that during the trial, the court concluded that these 2 men who were in prison for life, they did not post these horrendous vile videos for monetary gain. Which, I don't know if that's supposed to make people feel better.
Yeah, I feel like it's worse.
That's what a lot of citizens were saying. A lot of people in Pakistan were saying, then why would they post it then? Like, they just thought it was fun? Like, it's some sort of sick hobby? They're just trading cards, trading videos? I'm not saying it's okay to post for monetary gain, but this makes it even more...
Even sicker.
Yeah.
Tell
So
her
the
what.
police basically, they go on a campaign after all of this, and they're just like, see, we did something, lay off our backs, let us live our lives, we're doing everything, we did it, guys, you're safe now, you're welcome. They said the predators had been taken off the streets, they said that order had been restored, they said that there was nothing more to be scared of. Near the local elementary school.
I lost my tape. All my tape?
And there was a man, Irman Ali. Now, to unassuming busy neighbors, Ali was a nice man. He loved getting fresh air. That's what people thought about him. He was 23 years old, and he spent a greater part of his day on the residential building's roof. He stood there, soaking in the sun, soaking in the view, maybe slept, maybe he's meditating. More observant neighbors?
No, they can't.
One neighbor ran into him on the roof one day, and maybe she always wondered, what's he afraid about the roof? What should he reveal? Not that she's evidence. And it's kind of hot.
You're fucking shot, bro.
She walked up behind him and she saw him staring intently at something. Like, something? Was he watching someone from the roof? Like an ex-girlfriend or something? That's creepy. Is that why he's always up there? And she crinkled her little eyebrows and she followed his gaze, and the hairs on the back of her neck stood up. Every day, he had run up to the rooftop around the same time like clockwork so he could watch the little elementary school girls play outside during recess.
I'm giving him that lane. I want to.
She
He gonna
quietly
shoot.
ran back downstairs, but ever since that day, she kept an extra eye out on her children and all the children in the residential building. She told her daughters that they were not, under any conditions, allowed to play outside. They were not to talk to him. She would be outside if they were outside. Some people might have thought that she was just a paranoid mom, that she was being dramatic. If she told people about her observation, they most likely shut her down. They would defend Ali. What? Arman Ali? No. He's the guy that recites religious poems at weddings and funerals. That's the guy that prays for everyone. Do you really think that badly of him? I think that you're just a little paranoid with everything that's happened in the city. Especially right now. Our city could really use some prayer. More than ever.
I'm gonna play it smart. Because I've been losing.
Fresh sounds
I would try to show out right now, but I ain't gonna try to show out.
Chef-crafted seasonal recipes is like a whole other problem.
Yeah,
I
see?
tried the long way. I tried the hard way. I tried the whole going to the farmer's market every single week, spending all day grocery shopping, and then portioning out the ingredients, and then freezing the rest so it wouldn't
Okay,
go
he took a
bad.
little too.
And then I remembered the list on my phone that I was
He took a little too. He gonna try to end it with a 3 though.
The first week, it was okay. By the second week, I dreaded it, and now
D,
I'm
boy.
strictly on HelloFresh.
I'm trolling right
takes
now.
trips to the grocery store and makes home cooking really easy, fun, and affordable. It's quite literally America's #1 meal kit for a reason. So here's how it works. HelloFresh has 40 weekly recipes to choose from. They're constantly changing it up so you never get sick of the recipes. And once you've chosen them, they will deliver straight from the farm to your front door in less than 7 days. You really taste the quality. You have recipes with quality proteins, fresh produce, and it just fits any lifestyle. If you have summer fitness goals, HelloFresh is calorie smart, protein smart. They even have vegan dinners to choose from. It just makes cooking so easy. I usually wasn't someone that was hooked on the actual act of cooking, like more so the eating, but now with HelloFresh, it makes it so satisfyingly easy. It's like a whole experience. I love seeing everything that goes into my food, and since the recipes come with ingredients that are pre-portioned, you can save so much time. You have way less food waste. And to have fresh, tasty food, unbeatable. And I have my whole family on HelloFresh. Actually, last time we didn't know what we wanted to eat, so my sister literally brought her HelloFresh to my house, and I have my HelloFresh, and we're like swapping recipes. It was a whole thing. And if you haven't tried HelloFresh, make sure to go to hellofresh.com/mango50 and use code mango50 for 50% off plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/mango50 and use code mango50 for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Little girls were going missing in Punjab. So this is almost right after this case was busted.
So it's still ongoing.
Yeah. And the police are like, everyone's safe, we got them all, and we're throwing them in jail for like 5 days. But little girls are going missing. This time, it's not videos. They're gone. They're not coming back home.